Good morning to all of my B.Sc 1 newcomers. Welcome once again. You are now entering in the new college, new friends, new teachers. All things are new. But there is another one new is there. Coronavirus, COVID-19. Whole world is now momentarily at the rest in the terms of physics concept. Because my friends, physics is the study of nature and natural phenomenon. So myself, Dr. Pawar S.D., my whole life always I am trying to do something for our my country. Once I develop my student, then indirectly it will help in the development of my country. That is my heartily love with my country. Unless and until you should also heartily do something for India, then nothing is impossible in the world. Understood? While doing this or while going the number of lectures step by step, our college administration started the online teaching very early. It is very good for yourself. If this golden chance you cash it, then the development of India is possible through a small support from you by sincerely observing all these lectures. Understood, my friends? So you keep in your mind while you are doing the or while you are observing these lectures online, you keep in your mind is that you should, that means I should observe the each lecture sincerely, regularly, then you can understand each concept easily. Here, spring mass oscillator, the first point of the oscillation chapter of the B.Sc first, paper second. I clearly and loudly I want to once again tell you that this is paper physics paper second, semester first, name is mechanics, and from that paper second chapter I will going to start the oscillation chapter. You go or you may gone through oscillations from the 11th 12th. Simple harmonic motion is already completed in 11th and 12th. Now the next part of that oscillations, here we are going to see spring mass oscillator is the spring attached at the one rigid support and mass m is attached to the free end. I will give a simple example for that. Mass M is myself and spring is student. When the mass is pulled down through distance x, the restoring force acting on the spring. Similarly, like when I am teaching this online, your mind is telling you, oh, don't want to see that lectures, Pawar sir, Kamble sir, Patil madam, what they are telling. One mind is saying like that. That is the restoring force. Similarly, in the spring, this spring is try to restore its original position. That's why restoring force is acting in the opposite direction. That's why it is a negative sign, F equal to minus kx. Similar in your mind, no, I want to do, one mind is saying, no, I don't want to see, do the study or observe the lectures. That is in the opposite direction. That's why it is a negative effect on your life. So, it is also obeyed by you also. Student means spring, mass means teacher. Okay. See, x, suppose x is the displacement of the weight, then x is the displacement of the spring also. Therefore, F equal to minus kx. When mass is released by removing the external force, the restoring force accelerates the mass towards the mean position. What do you mean by that? When mass is pulled downward and then released, then restoring force, which is trying to bring the free end of the spring towards the mean position due to restoring force, then this restoring force accelerates the mass towards the mean position, which is given by A equal to F upon M. How it comes? By Newton's second law of motion. What is that? F equal to ma. From equation 1 we have F equal to minus kx. So A equal to minus kx upon M. Therefore A equal to minus omega square x, where omega square equal to k upon M, and omega is the angular frequency of the body. From these two equations, from one and acceleration equation, both in the case of restoring force and acceleration of the spring, both the case, it depends upon the displacement x. If displacement x is large, restoring force is large, which is in the opposite direction. Just like when I am trying to bring you in the study line, that is my force applied externally. When my force is released after completing this lecture, one mind you is saying, no, I don't want to see the notes. Enjoy. I want to say the game or picture on the mobile by telling by your parent that I am observing Pavasa's lecture. That is in the opposite direction, and there is a negative effect on your life. So what happens on the actually on this motion you see here? When mass is pulled downward and by applying external force and released, then due to the restoring force, this mass and spring is accelerates in the upward direction, and after some time, when the restoring force is maximum, it stops momentarily at the extreme end in the upward direction, and again start moving towards mean position due to restoring force. At the mean position, the restoring force is zero. But again, when due to the applied weight, there is motion of that free end towards the downward direction. Again, at the extreme end of the downward direction, the momentarily when the restoring force is maximum, then again the free end or mass of that free end attached mass is stopped momentarily and again starts moving towards the mean position and accelerates further in the upward direction. Thus, continuous simple harmonic oscillations are started. Understood? Then what do you mean by the simple harmonic motion? It is the periodic motion of the body in which there is a restoring force and acceleration. Both are present. Due to restoring force, acceleration is there and it is continuously oscillations are produced. That is called as the simple harmonic motion of the spring. This instrument is in our lab and your one experiment is also in your syllabus. By applying the mass attached to the free end, you can give the simple harmonic motion to the spring, and you can observe how when the spring goes from mean position to the upward direction, it is compressed, and momentarily it comes to the rest when restoring force is again increases and it starts moving towards the downward direction. When it starts moving towards the downward direction, it elongates. This compression and elongation is going on continuously. That's why simple harmonic oscillations are produced. This is the main reason that this spring action is nothing but compression and elongation. Due to compression and elongation, continuous sustained oscillations of the simple harmonic motions are achieved. And you can now understood better way because I have given the one simple example. The spring means student and weight attached at the frame means a teacher. Teacher try to elongate the spring, make maximum displacement, but some students having very less displacement. Some students are elongated as applied force. Depends upon your mind setting. Even though you are scoring 40% marks in the B.Sc, no problem. You will be the very famous scientist in the future. This is because your mind, you change your mindset. I want to do studies for a country, my country. I love my India. Then it is possible. Otherwise, all things are impossible. Nothing is impossible when you are loving your own country. You should love with yourself also first. Then you can love with your country. Then you can do something for our country. So, in this way, the first lecture is finished here. We will see next in the next time, next lecture. Thank you. Thank you very much, friends.